What's up, Army? Welcome back to Redemption 46 Studios. I'm Nick. Man, y'all seen the picture, y'all seen the thumbnail, y'all know exactly why you're here. V for us. If you're here for me and for us, make sure you hit that subscribe button, become a real redeemer today. For more content like this, jump on the Patreon. We got into the V Tiny Desk on there, some other V Live performances. Run BTS dropped today. Bon Voyage Season 3 is up. A lot of exclusive BTS stuff. I think it's some choreo battles that are up on there too. Shout out to V, man. This has been, just an amazing album. His Tiny Desk was amazing. I love the vibe and the energy and everything of the entire album. This was my favorite track on the album, so I'm very interested to see what type time we on. Looks like we probably about to be on a little boat, but yeah, man, let's jump into this and have a conversation when we are done. The sample goes so mean. We got a comment coming out. Was trying to look to see if there was some of the band members from the Tiny Desk that might have been on the boat with him. Make sure y'all subscribe. Definitely jump on the Patreon. That Tiny Desk, he snapped with all this on there. But nah, man. First off, shout out to V. Very, very proud of you, bro. Love what you did with the album. You stayed true to yourself. You told the story that you wanted to tell. You created such a vibe and such like great energy. I think sometimes, especially when we heard everybody was doing like their albums, we all speculated like kind of what they would be, and sometimes that turns into like kind of wanting albums to be a certain way. And I just really wanted to hear him attack the jazz, neo soul, vibey aesthetic. I had a feeling that he just was going to kind of knock it out the park, and he did. It was effortless. It feels good. I love how each song on the album literally just transitions so well into the next song, And I talked about this, I think like on the Tiny Desk, that I like how all the songs are aesthetically pleasing, all like kind of within the same BPM and like give you the same vibe and feel, but don't none of them sound particularly the same to me. Excuse me. Like For Us like doesn't sound like Blue. You know what I mean? Or like Slow Dance, it doesn't sound like anything else on the album either. But they all have like such like a great vibe. It's almost like late night drive music, light a candle music, rainy day music. And I love that aesthetic and that vibe for him. And the crazy thing is, whether it's him or any other members, like he's not done it all. I feel like he has more like in the tuck, probably some stuff that he might have put away that could have been on the album. He's gonna have some shit for us. As far as the MV goes, it looks like a amalgamation or just kind of like putting everything together from everything on Layover. So it looks like it has some of the stuff like all on here as far as them like being on the boat and everything, and then the rest of the stuff is maybe behind the scenes stuff for all the Layover stuff. It feels good, man. I think we just was watching the Bon Voyage. And on the Bon Voyage, one of his goals and his dream was to talk about shooting. Well, was talking about having the album drop, and when he did like the album, just the vibe and the type time he was going to be on. And then when we watched the Stretchy stuff, he was talking about how he basically wanted to do a video for every single track on the album. So, I'm just kind of glad he got the vibe he wanted from the album. He got to shoot all the music videos that he wanted to for the album. And his dog was a focal point on, it looks like almost everything on here. So that was fun as well. Just overall dope sound, overall dope video, overall dope album. After watching the Tiny Desk, I was saying, like, I hope that he be able to kind of, I know he might not want to do things as big as Suge did everything as far as like the tour went, but I definitely would like to see him do like some intimate venues or maybe, show off the album a little bit. Like I was really proud of him and I seen him. In fact, we're going to get into some live performances with him like on Mnet and I think like KBS and a couple other places. So I see he's definitely like doing the rounds as far as like marketing the album and everything, but I think this aesthetic and everything would be real dope. Like, if he got to travel around with this and go different places and everything. But it's totally up to him. Support everything that he's doing. Can't wait to see what else is in store for V. Jump in the comments. Let me know how y'all felt about this. I thought this was dope. To me, this is my favorite song in the album. I kind of love the tempo that it's on. It still has a lot of soul in it, but it's upbeat enough to kind of have a lot more applications, in my opinion, than maybe a couple other songs on the album. But jump in the comments and let me know what your favorite song on the album was. How do y'all feel about the album as far as like him, if he wanted to tour with it and do everything else? I said obviously if he toured, he'd probably be doing songs like Singularity and Stigma and everything else too, like on there, maybe a couple other like BTS songs just to extend the length of like a quote unquote like set tour. But let me know how you guys feel about it. I like this a lot. Very interested to see what else V has in store for us. We love y'all. We'll holla at y'all. Peace and hair grease. Oh, subscribe. We should have called this V-Day. That's gonna be his next album. If he drop